I've been looking on the internet for 6 months.
Where's the kitchen?
The apartment is absolutely disgusting.
It really does have a lot of potential. I've got some pretty good ideas of how you could rejig this space.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Finding a fabulous rental in the big city is a big challenge. It seems like everybody's looking for the exact same thing. They want the stylish apartment, the trendy neighborhood, and they'd like it all on a dime. Young professional couple Amy and Justin are no exception to the rule.
We are currently living in a house of 5 people.
5 of them.
It's cozy in here.
What cozy actually means is cramped. We have a dining room table, which mostly is my office, and a kitchen that is great if you don't try to put 5 people in it.
Now that their careers and their relationship are more established, they're ready to find a place on their own.
I work for a marketing company.
I'm a building code consultant.
I work primarily out of this home office.
I'd like to start feeling more like we're both young professionals instead of college roommates. Beer cake, enough said. And then we'll move right into our room.
Yeah. It's totally crammed, there is.
Well, the piano,
Yep.
an accordion.
2 guitars. We have about 30 hats, 74 martini glasses. I found a good deal, just couldn't pass it up.
This is my office. I pull over my piano bench here as my desk, and voila. I've been looking on the internet consistently for 6 months.
We definitely need some help with this.
They need a place on their own, but they can't find anything that they like, that they can afford. So they need me to help them find their first grown-up apartment together.
Hey, how you doing?
You must be Justin.
I am Justin.
Jodi, nice to
Jodi.
meet you. Hi, Amy. This place is nice. Why do you guys want to leave?
Oh, it definitely feels like a dorm in here.
We need to be on our own.
Okay, we need to find you another place.
Well, we're looking for a 1-bedroom. We'd definitely like to have space for Justin to have his own home office.
I play a lot of music, so a nice spot that doubles as kind of an area to play. Love to have parking. My truck shifty needs a home.
Washer and dryer, we need to have those in the same building. Definitely need to be close to the subway.
In which areas do you guys see yourselves living in?
We really like it down close to the university.
Music down there is great. All sorts of restaurants. It's exactly what we're looking for.
How much are you willing to spend?
$1,300, including utilities.
Including. Whew. As a general rule, what I like to see my clients spend on a rental would be around the 25% mark. So if Amy and Justin's combined income is around $63,000 a year, they're right on target to budget $1,300 a month on rent. You guys want what everyone wants, the most popular type of place in the most popular area for a fairly low budget.
Yes.
I'm gonna show you some areas that you don't even know exist that are great and that you'll really enjoy, and we'll find you a place that I think you guys are gonna love. I can't believe Amy and Justin have lasted this long in such cramped quarters. My biggest challenge will be finding a landlord that's okay with noise and an apartment big enough to house all their stuff. They're gonna have to make a lot of compromises. First things first, do your homework. Check out the internet, newspapers, talk to friends and family, and don't leave a stone unturned. First up is a tiny 1-bedroom plus den on a quiet, tree-lined street. I'm taking a bit of a gamble showing them something outside the neighborhood they asked for, but it's still a safe 7-minute walk to the subway for Amy and a short taxi ride to the music scene Justin loves. If they can embrace this residential vibe, this rental might be just what they're looking for. So what I found for you here is just a couple of blocks away from an area that we all love. There's Subway there, so you're right on the subway line. There is a garage with a little space in it for Shifty.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Parking is an extra $25 per month.
This is very close to my office, too, so it's definitely worth looking at.
Let's have a look.
Great.
I'll show you what's going on up here. Most renters prefer the upstairs unit since you don't have to deal with the noise of people walking around above you.
Oh, hardwood, I love it.
Yes.
Hardwood is good. We can deal with that.
Yeah.
Hardwood.
Curtains, no.
We take those out. That's temporary.
Fair enough.
So this would be your bedroom.
Yeah, it's not a bad size if you're just sleeping, right?
Bedroom is decent.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the bedroom.
I just want to show you the office.
Wow.
This is tiny.
This room, they actually advertise as a bedroom. For you guys, I can absolutely see this working as office slash musical instrument storage.
That office is just too small.
It's not exactly what we were hoping for.
They asked me for a 1-bedroom plus den, and that's absolutely normal for a den. What they really want is 2 big bedrooms. So the bathroom.
Oh, pink.
Is pretty in pink.
I know Justin wouldn't like a girly bathroom.
Yeah, pink just doesn't go well with me.
So it's a bit of a 70s kitchen. They've done a few things to update it. These would have been the 70s pulls, and the landlord is okay with us doing some modernization. The other thing I like about this kitchen is there's 2 windows, so you have lots of light.
I love the amount of windows that were in this apartment. It was really well lit. It does feel a little hot in here, so I don't know what it would be like after you have the stove on in the summer.
The house has AC, but it's not on. I wish every landlord would make their place as comfortable as it possibly can be when they're trying to get someone to live there.
I really liked the kitchen. I like the retro style. The linoleum gold specked floor, definitely fun.
You know, gold flecks, why not?
Let me show you the living room. So this was clearly a master bedroom at some point.
In the past, this apartment was a second story of a single-family home. Now that it's been converted into rentals, the master bedroom needs to be converted too.
The only way to use this space as an apartment is if this is your living room. So we have to do things to make it feel more like a living room.
First, the closet doors have to go. That way we can repurpose the area for a workstation for Amy. To add a little living room-like character, I'd apply inexpensive molding to the walls in large squares, then paint out the trim to match the walls. Since it's Amy's favorite color, we'd replace the boring builder's beige with a warm purple.
I'm not entirely sure of Jodi's idea of changing what used to be a bedroom into a living room.
I don't see that as being good for us.
Okay, so they aren't convinced. Maybe the price will change their mind.
I've come in $100 under budget.
All right.
So we're at $1,200 per month for this place.
A budget that's below what we were thinking.
As you start to see places, you recognize what the priorities really are.
The office is really small, so I would definitely get the short end of the stick.
Getting covered parking in a rental at $25 a month is unheard of.
I refuse to live without laundry in the building.
Wasn't that far from the subway, I can still walk.
Whether or not this is the compromise they're willing to accept is the question. We'll find out.
Next, I'm taking Amy and Justin to a cozy 2-bedroom apartment that's 5 minutes from the university neighborhood they asked for. It's central, but at 600 square feet, it's also half the size of rental number 1. Plus, it's on one of the busiest roads around. Noisy streets mean less competition for rentals, so if our little noisemakers can block out the traffic, this charming Victorian walk-up might be their ticket into one of the city's plum areas.
We love this neighborhood.
I love it too, it's so good. And I found a gorgeous walk-up Victorian that's divided into 5 different apartments. The one I've got for us to see today is the very top one.
Yay.
Now, anytime that they take what used to be a single-family home and turn it into a number of apartments, the layouts can get a little bit wonky, but I think this one has a lot of potential for you guys. It's got laundry in the basement. There is parking in the back. Let's go have a peek.
They'll love the location, but are they willing to give up square footage to live here?
So, initial thoughts?
Where's the kitchen?
So the kitchen is the area that needs the most work.
Walk up the stairs and you see the tiny kitchen with all the clutter. That was kind of a punch in the face.
It has a double sink, but it has no counter space.
What you do get with this area is the open concept, which makes the whole space feel bigger.
I like the open concept.
Let's talk about the living area. Okay, so we would call this cozy, but in a great area like this, sometimes you have to go with a smaller space in order to be able to enjoy the area.
It's like a trade-off.
What do you think is behind door number 2?
Please don't tell me that's the bathroom. Oh, it is a bathroom.
Yes, it is.
It's one of 2 bathrooms in this place. That's a perk that you don't very often get, and it's a good one. The other bathroom is just through the office, so we'll see it over here. This den is so tight right now with unbelievable clutter. I don't know how anyone gets anything done in here.
If you remove even half of the stuff the current tenants have, then I think it would be manageable, maybe.
This is a very standard sized den.
Yeah, we could make it work here.
And it's large enough for a music room, too.
And then the washroom is right off of here.
Washroom number 2. All right.
Oh, it's tight, but it's usable.
It's
got a shower. That helps.
If you were just using a bedroom as a bedroom, how's this?
The bedroom's fine. It would fit all of our furniture.
Loads of places have bedrooms that are quite a bit smaller than that one, so if they can't make this one work, then we've really got our work cut out for us. The best part is the patio. How's this for a patio?
Wow.
This I like. Patio is the best part about the apartment.
There aren't that many apartments in the city that have a deck that's this big.
Amy and Justin need to realize that with every apartment, there are some things you like
I love the deck.
and some things you don't.
Kitchen, really tiny.
It might be small, but that kitchen has potential. I took them in for a closer look.
I've got some pretty good ideas of how you could rejig this space to work for you.
While I can't add square footage, I can easily add more counter space. As a renter, you don't want to invest in fixed countertops that you can't take with you, so I'd suggest some portable counter space with built-in storage underneath. Custom cabinetry is out of the question on a renter's budget, so I'd bump up the storage potential of this kitchen with inexpensive open shelving.
Jodi's idea of adding more counter space is definitely something that I can see working for us.
And I came in bang on your budget. So $1,300 including utilities and including parking.
Perfect.
Great.
All right? The closer you get to a fabulous area, the higher the prices are. So I was expecting for a place like this that they'd have to spend a couple extra $100.
When I first walked into the place, I thought, oh, this place is small, it's disgusting, it hasn't been cleaned in a very long time.
What renters need to know is you can put a clause into your contract that asks the landlord to take care of cleaning the place before you move in.
Wait until Amy and Justin lay eyes on the spacious and spotless apartment I'm showing them next. It has the 2 good-sized bedrooms they're really looking for. Plus, it's smack dab in the middle of their dream neighborhood. This area has it all. Only problem is, 2 bedrooms in this neck of the woods rent for close to $2,000 a month. But I found them a spacious apartment on a quiet side street. There's just one little problem.
You're in a basement apartment.
Amy hates basements.
That's something I wish I'd known days ago.
So as I got you into one of your favorite neighborhoods, there's public transportation right at the doorstep, street parking, so you'd be able to get a pass and park here whenever you want.
Okay.
Let's check it
Go
out.
on in. So come on in. Really nice natural light.
This is one of the tallest basements I've ever seen, so it doesn't feel like a basement.
Coin off laundry, so that takes care of something on your wish list.
It's fine, yeah.
So come check out the bedroom.
Wow, small.
So smaller bedroom than you're used to, but it's only used for sleeping.
Well, I think all of our stuff, bedroom-wise, would fit in here. So as long as we have room for other stuff elsewhere, we're fine.
Yeah. So come check out the bathroom.
Not bad.
How do you feel about the red?
I don't think we'd have to paint.
No, I'd leave the red.
We could leave the bathroom exactly the way that it is and move in.
So the office, clearly the brightest room with 2 fairly large windows.
Some big windows, I like that.
And I thought that would be better for you for working all day long.
I'm seeing guitars hung on the walls here.
Never seen a place with an office that perfect for us.
Why don't you guys have a closer look at the kitchen?
It's a nice size.
Yeah, I like it.
Good cupboard space, new appliances.
This kitchen's pretty good. Lots of room
Definitely.
for martini glasses.
On that note, let's check out the living room. So, it's a long, narrow, open space.
It might be a little too narrow for an open concept.
We would need to create a specific kitchen, dining, and living area.
First, look to the floor. Area rugs are an easy and inexpensive way to create separate living spaces. A stylish rug will add personality, warm up a cold tile floor, and they're perfect for renters since you can roll them up and take them with you when you're on the move. To create a sense of a dedicated dining area, I'd install a show-stopping pendant light fixture. If you supply the light, most landlords will pay to have it installed by an electrician.
All of this under budget, so I'm at $1,200 per month here. And it's street parking, so that's an extra $130 per year. So it's well within budget, but you're in a basement.
This is the best location we've seen of all the places we've looked at.
The fact that it's in a basement is making it a very hard decision.
You guys have seen some of the best places on the market, and you need to make a decision before you lose one of them. What's it gonna be?
Quiet, tree-lined street, tiny kitchen, or spacious basement. Which rental will Amy and Justin choose for their first apartment together?
So you guys have seen some of the best places on the market that are in your price bracket. Which one is it gonna be?
The second floor walk-up was nice. It had ample space.
It seems like a very family-oriented neighborhood, and I don't think that we're ready for that yet.
Okay. What about the Victorian?
Great location.
On a very busy street.
We thought of it as close to transit.
And then you dance yourself upstairs and you come into that kitchen and pow, it's the smallest little thing you've ever seen.
And what about this one that we're in now?
It's in a great neighborhood on a nice, quiet street. This place really has the greatest kitchen I've seen in a rental. But it is a basement, and I don't know how I feel about living in a basement.
Okay, so which one's it gonna be?
I've shown them 3 great rentals. All of them come in on budget. If you ask me, Amy and Justin are deciding between the final 2.
I think we're gonna go with the Victorian.
It's the Victorian.
Amy and I chose the place for the patio and the location.
The patio, I think it's something that they never thought that they could get. Not on their wish list, really.
I think we'll spend a lot of our time on the deck.
We put a tent out there.
Now, if you want that place, you've got to get on the phone to that landlord right away and snap it up before somebody else does.
They might want the apartment, but is the landlord going to want their noise?
We are musicians, and we do make quite a bit of noise.
Anytime a tenant has something that a landlord might question, it's so much better to be upfront and honest about it.
First thing that we're
Not only that, but Amy is asking them to throw in a professional cleaning.
and possibly cleaning it for us beforehand.
It's the moment of truth. If the landlord isn't on board with the music and cleaning, then we're back at square one.
Okay, so how did it go?
They said that they're definitely going to get the place professionally cleaned. It's something they do anyways.
And what'd they say about the music?
No problem, as long as we invite all the rest of the tenants.
That's fantastic.
We're going to meet them tomorrow to discuss the rest of the rent.
Amy and Justin made it pretty easy for the landlord to say yes since they arrived with a perfect credit report and post-dated checks. It's not usually this easy, but they signed a 2-year lease on the spot.
We have our place.
I'm really excited. I wish we could move in now. We didn't have it in our budget to hire movers.
So they recruited a handful of their strongest friends and rented a moving van.
We moved more as a party and more fun than as a chore.
Everyone moves at the beginning of the month, so rental vans get snapped up quickly. Since they delayed their move by almost a week to give the landlord time to clean, Amy and Justin had no problem reserving a van. The landlord made good on their promise and scrubbed the entire place. With a fresh coat of paint, the apartment looks brand new. Thanks to their friends, the move cost just under $400. We've taken over Amy and Justin's new apartment, and now we need to pull it all together. This place has potential, but it's gonna take a lot of work. I promised these guys a stylish and clean kitchen with counter space and storage to spare. But it's a rental. You don't want to invest too much money in someone else's property. So I've given us a tight budget. Everything has to come in under $1,000. We have a long way to go and little money to spend to turn this kitchen from the worst room in the rental to the best.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God!
Nice.
So comfy.
Excited. Oh, wow.
Oh my God!
Nice. All right, I fancy this. This is killer.
Oh!
The wall is magnetic.
No
walls?
way!
Magnetic primer and then chalkboard paint over top. I think it'll be so much fun at martini parties.
Oh my God, our friends are gonna love it. Well, I think it's going to be a great art exhibit.
You never know what'll end up there. Way more countertop
Oh, and the cupboards look so much better now.
They even found spot for the martini glasses.
space. It's actually 2 bottoms of a desk. We put a countertop on top of it, so like a chop block. Right now, it can act as a return or an island in the kitchen. You can move it because it's on wheels.
Okay, cool.
That lock, so you can move it around. If you're having a party, you could go against this wall. You could do whatever you want with it.
Party time, we move the kitchen arrangement over to the side. More room, otherwise it's great counter space. You got the stool, so that works just fine.
The stools help the new countertop do double duty as a breakfast bar.
It'll be good for us to actually have some space to sit.
Yeah.
More workable than it was before.
And a lot cleaner.
We couldn't have moved in here without the cleaning.
And of course, a fresh coat of paint always helps make a place feel really clean as well.
I really like how open everything is and that we could, cook and entertain.
In small spaces, it's so important to keep things consistent. So we have the same color running across the whole room and the same light fixtures in both spaces.
I love the light fixtures. And the curtains. Oh, I love the orange. I love the orange.
One of the most important things in Amy and Justin's search was finding an office where both of them can get some work done.
And they'll have no trouble fitting a couple of desks in there down the road.
We will be able to fit both of our desks in there, as well as the piano, the accordion, the guitars. It's very surprising how much you can actually fit in that space.
Amy and Justin's bedroom looks 1,000 times better.
The way the bedroom is laid out right now is kind of perfect for us. We still have room to walk around. We still have access to the back patio.
The back patio is great. The previous tenant left all their exterior furniture. We're gonna have a party tomorrow.
Oh my.
Beautiful.
Well done.
When we first saw the place, it felt crowded and very tiny, and now it's entirely the opposite. It feels spacious. You feel like you can relax in it. It feels absolutely wonderful.
This place is completely transformed. It's hard to believe that we only spent $925.
I think it's important to make a home your own, regardless of whether you're renting or buying. So investing some money into a space that you think you're going to live in the next 3 years or even more, I think that that's important.
We're going to be here for a while. We love this place. Great job.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I think it's a great space for them to start this next phase of their life.
Have you guys ever had like a really bad rental experience?
I shared a one-bedroom apartment with 4 people where I lived on a couch in a hallway. So this is a big improvement to that.
I once lived in a folding closet. It actually had wallpaper on the floor and a broken window and a closet, but it was only this big.
The house was bought by new owners.
What I have found for you is an entire house.
I'm glad it's not my room.
Good work. This seems a little too good to be true.
I think that this place could be completely transformed through design.
Wow.
Finding an affordable rental for a family is a real challenge. So once you've found one, the last thing you want to do is leave it. That is exactly the predicament that single mother Dre finds herself in.
The house was bought by new owners and they want to take over our space. They said, pack your bags. This apartment has definitely been home for us for the last 6 years. We're close to the subway line, we're close to the market, the grocery store, Jules' school. It's just a good place. It's worked for us.
When we moved in, I was like 6. These were my favorite colors, pink and green. I need more room because I can't do any of my funky dance moves.
This is our living room and my office.
Usually we pull out the couch and watch movies in here. It's quite cozy.
Now you're making me a little sentimental. I feel a little sad. Yeah, we've had some good memories here. Sometimes I think that I should move my bed into the kitchen because I spend so much time in the kitchen.
I think my mom would really like to have an island.
This is what we call the pantry. So for everyone else that comes over, we just do this. It's been difficult looking for the next rental. There's a lot of gross stuff for high prices out there.
It's going to be a challenge, but I'm going to find them a rental that's just as cozy as the place they've been calling home for the past 6 years.
Hi, I'm Jodi. Nice to meet you.
Come on in.
Thank you.
Jodi, this is Jewel.
Hi, Jewel. Nice to meet you. So I understand you have to leave your current place.
Yes, we've been given 90 days to leave. 4 weeks left.
Okay, and you still haven't found a place?
Not yet.
Wow. What would you say some of the most important things to you are?
We need to be close to Jules' school. That's where she wants to be. I think as long as we're on the subway line, I think Jewel is going to be 13. 2 stops, 3 stops is okay.
And so that'll be one of our challenges, is finding a fabulous place when we're devoted to this particular neighborhood.
Storage space.
Yeah.
And laundry. A deck or a yard of some sort.
What budget are we working with to get something like that?
I'm putting $1,000 max, including utilities.
Wow. So I think I have my work cut out for me to find you a place very quickly that's within the budget.
Cool.
I'll get back to work.
Only 4 weeks to find a new rental?
Dre and Jules' search outweighs their budget. That's going to be my biggest challenge.
2-bedroom apartments in the hottest neighborhood in town usually rent for upwards of $2,000. That's double what Dre has to spend. There aren't many options on the market that will meet all their criteria, but I found a 2-bedroom apartment right in the heart of their desired neighborhood. It's a quick, safe walk to Jules' school on a quiet residential street, with laundry on site and a backyard for the tenants to share. At 750 square feet, it offers much more space than what Dre and Jewel are used to.
Is that our place up there?
I wish.
In order to get you into this type of a neighborhood, I have to show you a basement. When considering a basement apartment, look for high ceilings and lots of windows for natural light.
Come into the kitchen.
It's tiny.
That's a really nice stove, though. I like that it's gas.
The gas stove is cool because my mom can make dinner faster.
Not liking this. No tall friends allowed. Many apartments don't have double sinks. That's excellent.
So this is the washroom.
Not too thrilled that there's no bathtub, and so it was a stand-up shower only, so.
So this is one of those living rooms that could have been used as a bedroom as well. So it's quite cozy.
It's pretty small. This pipe runs through here again.
I don't like it either.
I never imagined I'd have tiles in the living room. That's interesting. That's a great window, though. Our pull-out couch there, TV there. Could work.
So this would be Dre's bedroom.
It's got a closet. I don't have a closet now. It's a little bit larger, believe it or not, than my present room. So. I'm just afraid I might wake up in the morning and bump my head on the pipe.
I'm glad it's not my room.
So this is the room that I was thinking of for Jewel. What do you think of that? 2 big windows?
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I only have 1 right now.
So what I was thinking to make this more of a teen bedroom.
Because we're in a basement, a low-to-the-ground daybed with drawers underneath will make the ceiling feel higher while giving Jewel a place to hang out with friends and added storage. An oversized hanging bulletin board is perfect for a teen's room in a rental to avoid making too many holes in the walls. I'd add inexpensive curtains from the ceiling right to the floor as another trick to mask the lower ceiling.
I thought Jodi's ideas sound pretty cool, and I could picture it in my head.
I think Jewel will be hanging off the pipes, and that might get us in trouble.
I stayed right within budget for this place. So I got you into one of the best neighborhoods for $950 per month.
This place is definitely in the area we were looking for. It was within the budget.
I like that there were lots of windows, especially for a basement apartment. That was pretty good.
I didn't like the idea of the pipes in my bedroom or running anywhere in the house.
I think that this place could be completely transformed through design. I think it's got loads and loads of potential, but I can't bring it up onto a 2nd-story floor.
Finding a rental within Dre's budget in their high-priced neighborhood is proving to be a difficult task. Knowing they want more space but aren't comfortable with basements, I'm testing the limits with the next rental on our tour. I'm taking them about 25 minutes east, where rentals are priced lower but offer more square footage. I found an entire 2-bedroom detached bungalow, so although it's not the neighborhood they're used to, it might be the perfect compromise. And most importantly, it's above ground.
What I have found for you is an entire house. It's got a backyard and laundry. I know we're a little bit outside of the neighborhood that you wanted to live in, but we're only 1 bus stop away from the subway, so keep an open mind.
Okay.
Let's have a peek. So this is the kitchen.
It's tiny.
It's tiny, but it's renovated. It's got brand new ceramic flooring. It's got new cabinetry. It's got a marble backsplash.
It's cool. I like the use of space. There's a lot of cupboards. Walking into the kitchen, it's like, bam, there it is. But it was cute. I like the placement of everything.
Okay, let's go see the rest of the place.
Alrighty.
This is the room that would be Jules.
Whoa. It's so small.
Her queen-size bed would really,
Not fit.
You have a window.
Yay. I just think it wasn't big enough for me. I have a dresser, a desk, and I just don't think that all of that will fit in my room.
Let's check out the master.
This is a nice size room.
Quite a bit bigger than what you've got now.
Much bigger and nice floor. The master bedroom is pretty awesome. Oh, this is big.
What do you think?
I think this should be my room.
Oh, really?
I'll arm wrestle you for it.
I'll let you two work that out. Let's go look at the living dining room. So, no eat-in kitchen, but a really great sized dining room.
That's very cute. I like it.
It's nice that it's open concept with the living room.
Yes, I wanted an eat-in kitchen, but this could work. It's different. I've opened my mind.
Let's look at the living room. I've got loads of ideas for it.
Since Jules' bedroom is so small, I'd create a homework and storage space for her in the living room. We'd make use of the bay window by positioning a good-sized desk with lots of drawers. As a renter, you don't want to invest in expensive built-in shelving. So we'd get the look while bumping up this room's storage potential with 2 large prefab units. Cabinet doors will hide clutter. Add a comfy sectional and a TV, and this room will double as a cozy space for work and play.
I like everything about it, pretty much, except for the location. Then you can pick it up and kind of drop it where we need it to be.
I would love to be able to do that. But would you live in this neighborhood if it was only $9.25 a month?
Plus utilities.
Plus utilities.
I think I have a hard time convincing Miss Jewel, though.
I do like the house, but I have a big problem with the area. It's away from school.
I think that we need to talk about it. I can see us being here, and with Jodi's design ideas, I think it would work in many aspects. The only thing Jodi can't change for us is the location.
If Dre really wants this place, she's gonna have to do a major sales job on that little girl. Jewel wants nothing to do with leaving the neighborhood she's always known. The question is, will Dre sacrifice location for budget?
I'm determined to find an option for Dre and Jewel back in their popular neighborhood. I'm down to 2 weeks to go and starting to feel the pressure. But an opportunity has just come on the market in the north end of the area. It's a 3-level townhouse with a private backyard and laundry on site. It offers just as much space as the bungalow rental, but it's much closer to Jewel's school. It just has a bit of a unique twist.
This place looks like your average townhouse, but it's part of a co-op, which is a housing community that is self-run by the members, and they run it pretty lean, so that keeps your rent low, which is fantastic for you guys.
Very happy about that.
I think I would enjoy the idea of a co-op, people working together to beautify it and just take care of things and keep prices low. I think that's an awesome idea.
And it's also not owned by a landlord who can sell the place and kick you out. Yay! So this is the family room.
We need some colors in here. Carpet needs some repairing.
Now, with a co-op, when there's little things to be repaired because there's no landlord, you have to do that on your own. So
the carpet's just fine.
Yeah. I'm not thrilled with the carpet that runs throughout the house, but it's not a deterrent for renting.
So let's check out the rest of the house.
All right.
This is my room.
Yes, this is the master.
At least there's a closet. You don't even have a closet at home.
Yep. It's about 3 times the size of my room.
So this would be Jules' room.
For my room?
Yes.
It's a little bit small. It would look different if all this stuff was gone. But I have the same amount of stuff. Like I have a bed, I have a dresser, a desk. That doesn't leave very much room, and like there's a good closet. The one that I have right now is really narrow, and I can hardly fit anything in it. But it's very small.
So, Dre.
Wow.
What do you think?
I think it's a huge kitchen. It's big. That's fabulous.
You love the size.
Yeah.
Okay, baby blue covers and white walls have to go.
With a portable, multi-purpose island, we could section off the cooking and eating areas. Keeping it long and narrow will create extra counter space. If the co-op agrees, we'll swap out the tired kitchen countertop, replacing it with an inexpensive laminate from a big box store. A bit of a splurge for a rental, but worth it if you plan to stay a long time.
When Jodi was describing her plans for the kitchen, it was as if she was reading my mind. It was pretty cool. That's exactly what I was thinking.
So I can just see it working for you guys.
I agree. I see so much potential here.
I really, really like it.
Okay, this seems a little too good to be true. Hit me with the bad news.
You said that your budget was $1,000 all-inclusive.
Right.
This place is $950 plus utilities, and they usually run around $120 a month, which puts you $70 over budget, which over the course of the year adds up to almost a whole extra rent payment.
Ouch.
Can I juggle the budget so it fits in? I'm not sure.
I've shown you other places that are totally livable for you guys, but are within budget.
We have 3 very different rentals on the table. A perfectly situated basement apartment, a faraway bungalow, or a townhouse in a co-op.
We gotta figure out which place you're gonna get. So, Dre, what do you think it's gonna be?
Well, we can rule out the basement apartment. It was those pipes. Just couldn't get past that. It didn't work for us at all.
Location was great, but no.
The house was great. I thought it was cool. The price was right. The use of space in the kitchen, I was really drawn to that, I think more so than Jewel was.
So, what did you think about the co-op that we looked at today?
I think the co-op has everything that we're looking for. It's got the space, it's got the location. The only thing was the price.
Right.
It's all about compromise, right? Are we willing to compromise maybe money we spend on weekends and other things to be living in this place that has everything that we want?
With the basement off the table, the question is, what are they willing to compromise? Location at the bungalow or price at the co-op?
Which one's it gonna be?
Even if it's more expensive, I think I can work it out in my budget. So we're gonna say yes to the co-op.
Okay, well, the way that co-ops work, co-op actually interviews you to make sure that you'd be good contributing members to their community. And that process can take up to 60 days. So you guys only have 2.5 weeks, exactly. So we need to get you in there for your interview right away. It's often very difficult to get a spot in a co-op. Spaces don't come up very often. I know that Dre really, really has her heart set on this place, so my fingers are crossed for them.
Okay, 10 o'clock. Not tomorrow, but the day after.
If you ask me, Dre was really lucky to get an interview so quickly. The co-op board was considering several candidates, so to set herself apart, Dre volunteered for the gardening and social committees. The co-op board ran a standard credit check and called all of her references before making a decision. Hi, Miss Dre, how are you? Oh my gosh, congratulations!
We're in. They liked what we had to say. They liked what we're about. And what we were willing to put into the co-op, so very positive. I have a feeling Julie and I are gonna live here for quite a while. It's everything that we were looking for. We don't own it, but it's the next best thing. Like, we're so happy.
For moving day, Dre enlisted help from friends and opted for a smaller rental van that ran her about $100 for the day. That means they'll have to make quite a few trips back and forth to move all their stuff. Good thing they're staying within the same neighborhood. Smaller vans may cost less, but gas isn't cheap, and you have to factor in the number of trips it's going to take. Dinner for everyone at the end of the day will cost about $150. With that and the gas for the van, the entire move should end up costing Dre about $350. With the previous tenant's clutter gone, this place already looks better. But I've promised Ray and Jewel a fabulous new kitchen. So it's my turn to get to work on my vision for this space. With a budget that's less than 1 month's rent, my crew and I are going to transform this space. With permission from the co-op, we're getting rid of the old, rundown stove. To stay on budget, we sourced out a used stove that's in great condition. A clever way to update a kitchen without the price tag of a new appliance. With the old stove gone, we've decided to replace the backsplash, and because it's such a small space, just 1 box of new subway tiles should do the trick. Always make sure you get permission from the landlord, condo board, or co-op before taking on any major projects. If you offer to do the labor yourself, they might even consider covering the material costs. We're well on our way to bringing our design plans to fruition. I'm just hoping it's in tune with Dre and Jewel's vibrant personalities.
Wow. Is this the same place? It's so cute.
There's so much to look at when you walk in. I like that.
It looks fabulous. She's exceeded our expectations. That's so pretty. Chandelier won my heart. It was the first thing that caught my eye when I came in because it's so unique and it was completely unexpected. Ooh la la. That's really cool.
This was meant to be a dressing table, but it works fabulously as an island. And we just put the kitchen hardware on it, and there's a little tea towel rack on the other side. You can take it with you to the next house.
When I saw the island, I instantly pictured my mom making food and me talking to her, sitting down and doing work. Because in our old house, we didn't have too much counter space, so we can both be doing something.
And that's a different stove. It's not all rusty.
Yeah, so we found you a clean one. So did you notice that we changed out the backsplash and the countertops?
Yeah. Oh, the faucet's new too. That's pretty.
Changing out the faucet brought this kitchen to a new decade. That's an easy find too. I mean, you can get a faucet like that for, under $100 easily.
Okay.
So the table and chairs were a fabulous secondhand find. We got the whole set for $145.
Wow.
And the team and I painted them out. We recovered the cushions so that they'd be luxurious.
I love the color in the kitchen. It's just so happy.
It's just warm and sunny and makes you want to hang out there. This could be me in the morning. Jewel, get my breakfast.
The living room looks absolutely transformed just by removing the excess furniture that the previous tenants had and keeping it really simple.
The bathroom is 100 times better.
In my opinion, that bathroom just needed decluttering and a real good cleaning.
I love my bedroom. I love the natural light that comes in. I like waking up to that. So I'm going to enjoy my first sleep in my new bedroom.
We came in right on budget here. This entire reno cost only $1,000.
It's totally worth it for a renter to invest in a rental space. And this is your home, so you want to make it as warm as you can on your budget. You guys did a great job. We'll be really, really happy here. Thank you.
My pleasure. I'm so happy for you guys.
This is the best place. I so look forward to spending years here.
What about horror stories with regards to moving? Any stressful times?
With regards to moving, you gotta look at the narrowness of hallways and staircases because furniture now is larger and it just won't fit. So you either have to keep your furniture small or keep your friends really big. But that works too.
Everything is far too expensive.
Well, it needs a little work. So the bathroom is kind of nasty.
Yeah, we got the dumpsters.
The problem that we have is just the price.
Many people search for a rental with dreams of eventually owning a home. Finding a stylish rental that allows you to save up for the future is no easy task. Newly engaged renters, Brooke and Colin, are planning on buying a home in a couple of years, so they're saving for a down payment.
Thinking about starting a family eventually and things like that, so we'd like to save some money.
Cheers.
What's complicating things is that Brooke moved into Colin's basement bachelor pad, and the couple are finding the space too cramped.
This is our everything room. Living room, dining room, office,
Kitchen. I'm in the east wing.
music room. Here's our drum kit. That's part of them. The rest of them are in the trunk of his car. This is like our limbo bathroom. You kind of have to crouch down to get in here and do anything. I've bashed my head off of this, like, I can't even tell you how many times.
This is the bedroom. We don't spend a lot of time in here. I'm kind of cramped.
There's a little bit of storage.
Yeah, this is the psycho closet. And
These boxes are all full of pots and pans and would be so useful if we could actually fit them in the kitchen.
They need me to find them a roomy rental in a neighborhood they can afford so that they can tuck money away for the future.
Hey.
Hi. How's the search been going so far?
Terrible. We've checked the internet and everything is far too expensive.
What do you guys pay here?
$700 inclusive.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's good.
So you wrote it out as long as you possibly could.
Yeah, definitely.
And for the next place?
Anywhere from $1,000 to $1,200 inclusive.
Okay.
We want to keep it as low as possible because we're saving towards purchasing a home eventually.
One of the smartest things I can tell you to do is figure out what your mortgage payment would be each month and take that whole amount. From that, take out what you're going to pay in rent, so take your $1,200 out.
Right.
And put the balance in a savings account, and it's the fastest way to build up a really great down payment.
Right.
That's a really great tip.
Tell me about your wish list.
No carpet.
Something open and bright and lots of windows.
Bathtub.
Parking.
Really like to be near public transportation, something really direct. Right now, I'm transferring 3 times to get downtown, and it's taking me an hour and a half each way.
Sometimes getting around within the city is slower than actually being in the suburbs and taking a commuter train into the core of the city.
Ah, okay.
Have you guys thought about going further away from the city?
Definitely something we would be interested in.
If you guys are open to looking into the suburbs, what I think we'll be able to find there would be a bigger, airier space within your budget. I think that could be a really good solution for you guys.
Yeah, that's a fabulous idea.
If you're looking to save a little money, turn to the suburbs where rents are low and square footage is high. First up, I'm taking Colin and Brooke to a charming lakeside village that's a 30-minute train ride from the city. That's less than half the time of Brooke's current commute to work. This one-bedroom apartment is in a well-maintained high-rise, close to restaurants and shops. So welcome to suburbia, where your dollar goes further. This place is very affordable. Living here for a short while, for a year, maybe 2, might be a great way for you guys to save lots of money and be able to buy a house sooner.
Excellent. Cool.
Come on in.
It's very 60s.
Yeah. Should have worn my my bell bottoms and my peace symbol.
It has some of the things that you were looking for, right?
Yeah, it's definitely bright, and the floors are great.
What is nice is that it is one big space.
Just these 2 rooms here, it doesn't feel that much bigger than where we are right now, to be honest.
Yeah. It's definitely a lot brighter and the placement of stuff is pretty good, but just not, it's not the right feel. It's a little too retro, but not in a good way.
When considering older rentals, look past boring walls and outdated fixtures, which can be easily and inexpensively updated.
So this is the master bedroom.
There's not a lot of to it. It's just sort of a room.
Yeah, so it's lacking character a little bit.
It's a box.
Yeah.
They didn't tell me that character was something that was really, really important to them. So here's the bathroom.
Look at the tub.
Woo, tub. I love it. That's good.
So, welcome to the kitchen.
Ah, yes. Just like the one Mom used to have. It's got some potential.
Maybe some options to fix some stuff up. Like the floor is kind of cool, but definitely the tile needs a little work.
These are peel and stick tiles, so it's cheap and easy to put new peel and stick tiles over top or to make a full piece of laminate. I think that this kitchen can be made to be quite lovely.
Bring your rental kitchen into a new decade by removing some of the dated cabinet doors and give the rest a clean coat of paint and sleek new hardware. Paint the cabinet interiors a bold, contrasting color to add a little personality. Ask your landlord to replace old faucets. Trendy taps can be had for under $100 and are easily installed. A high-impact update.
One of the reasons why I showed you guys this place is it's got lots of the things that you're looking for. Parking is available for $20 per month.
Okay.
The kicker for this place is really affordable. It is $8.75 per month.
Wow, that's great.
That's pretty good.
Pretty much what you guys are paying now, right?
Yeah,
Pretty close,
Very
yeah.
close.
I showed this place to Colin and Brooke to gauge whether or not price was going to be a major deciding factor in their renting process.
The price of the apartment is actually pretty enticing.
It's a great deal. The neighborhood and the street they're beautiful. The outside of the building is actually quite nice.
But at the same time, I think that we can find something somewhat comparable with a little more pizzazz.
Colin and Brooke want a rental with pizzazz, but they also want square footage, and they want it all on a budget to save for their first house. Something has to give. I'm taking them to a huge 2-bedroom apartment in the Waterfront community they love. It needs a little updating, and it doesn't have the character they want yet. But if I can show them the potential, this money-saving rental might be just what they're looking for.
This is a very well-maintained older building with parking right in the neighborhood that you guys want to be in. And we are literally across the street from the entrance to the commuter train. You can't really get much closer.
No.
Awesome. Let's check it out.
Yeah,
All right,
sure.
thanks. So come on in.
It's big.
It's huge.
Well, it needs a little work.
Right?
Yeah.
It's got absolutely no carpet.
Excellent.
It's like getting out of the dungeon and into the real world.
Can we see more?
Yeah.
Kitchen.
Well,
Pretty 80s in here.
I think that it just needs to be updated.
When I booked the appointment with the superintendent, he mentioned that as people move out, they're doing some renovation, which could be a really good opportunity for you guys.
I didn't know that they did that. It really does help us sort of see it in a different view.
Why don't we note the things that you would do if you were renovating it yourself and see if you can negotiate a renovation into your deal if this is the place you like.
Right,
Okay.
Right, okay.
So this would be the second bedroom. It is a really nice size second bedroom.
This would be the room that we'd use for our guest room and office.
A great place to put the musical instruments as well.
Floors need some work.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
rough.
I'm really banking on the superintendent to do a nice reno.
Yeah.
Keep our fingers crossed.
So the bathroom.
It's kind of nasty.
Yeah, it needs some serious TLC.
I think the tub needs a little work.
We can put that on the list.
That tub, it's rusty and gnarly. I wouldn't want to soak in that tub.
Let's see the master.
Okay.
Nice size room.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's giant.
This is huge.
You could actually fit a bed in here and walk around it. It'd be nice not to have the bed jammed up against the wall, so you have to like crawl over somebody to get up in the night. Whoa,
Oh my,
that's
really?
giant. We could each have our own side. We can store stuff in there as well and also still have a totally accessible closet space, so that's good. I guess the biggest problem is gonna be trying to figure out what we're gonna do with the dining room and living room.
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh, yeah?
That's where we sort of bring everything together.
Okay, well, I've got a couple of ideas. I've seen this layout done really well before.
L-shaped living dining rooms are common in older high-rise apartments. Tuck a dining table and chairs into the smaller area, leaving the larger space for the living room, which is used more frequently. Instead of expensive wall-to-wall drapes, get the look at a quarter of the cost by flanking the windows with fixed panels. Chances are you'll be able to take them down and work them into the decor of your next living space.
This rental comes in under budget. It is $10.75 plus $50 a month for parking. That's $11.25 including utilities. Your budget was $1,200.
That's good.
Yeah, it's really good. It was lower than I expected it to be, especially for such a big apartment.
There is no way that Colin and Brooke would be able to find an apartment this big in the city on budget.
The bathroom is a deal breaker. It's pretty disgusting.
If Brooke and Colin are looking for a newly renovated rental, then they'll love the clean and modern 2-bedroom apartment I'm showing them next. It's in a spacious older building, but has a brand new kitchen and bath. It's still a 5-minute walk to the commuter train for Brooke in the charming Waterside community they're set on.
This building is kind of special. The landlord here is about 80% through renovating the entire building. The renovations inside the units and everything. I think it's a great opportunity and it's a good time to get into this building.
All right,
Sure.
great.
Come check this place out.
Oh yeah, that's neat.
Yeah.
The view from the balcony is nice.
It's completely renovated, so
Yeah.
it's brand new, hasn't been lived in since the reno.
The floors are nice.
There's absolutely no carpeting in this place.
In our old apartment, you literally had to step outside just to change your mind. I mean, this place is leaps and bounds above.
You can see the lake.
Yeah, you can see the lake.
It's great.
There's also the garbage bins.
Yeah, we got the dumpsters.
Yeah, we got the dumpsters.
When renting in a high-rise, keep in mind that units near garbage and parking areas usually mean a little more noise.
So this is the bedroom.
Okay.
Bright and cheery.
Yeah.
Nice floors.
Yeah.
And the floors are consistent throughout the whole place.
Yeah. Well, that's a good size.
It's a good size for you, maybe.
Yeah. Just for me. Yeah.
Still gotta hang my clothes somewhere.
Okay. Come check out the bathroom.
All right.
So here's the bathroom. Have a look.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty big.
This is pretty big.
And a nice full tub.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
So, what do you think of this little extra room?
It's a usable space for an office. That'd be amazing. Yeah.
I was thinking we could get your office out of your living room.
Right.
Excellent.
And there's more storage.
You can have some extra storage in here.
Yeah. Don't even think about it.
So I think it's sort of a multi-purpose room that would take care of lots of the issues that you guys are facing where you are now.
If it's a multi-purpose room thereafter, I'd position a versatile day bed under the window that will serve as a spot for overnight guests as well as a comfy area to hang out. Take advantage of all available wall space by hanging guitars on special hooks available at most music stores. For sound insulation, I'd upholster the walls by wrapping foam and fabric around inexpensive MDF boards. They can be nailed to the wall to protect against sound and then easily removed when your lease is up.
This whole place comes at a price that's slightly above what you guys were looking to spend. It's $1,250, but utilities included and parking included.
I'm actually really surprised that it's $1,250. You know, like a place like this probably downtown would cost a lot more.
Absolutely it would.
It's pretty much on the mark. The only problem that we have is just the price.
It's really got it all for them.
It might be a little bit beyond our means if we want to be saving the money that we'd like to be saving for our own home.
The 1-bedroom at a low rent, the 2-bedroom that needs work, or the more expensive renovated apartment. Which rental will Brooke and Colin make their new suburban home?
Why don't we head over to my house? I'm just around the corner and figure out which one's the one. We've seen some fabulous places.
Yeah,
definitely.
What did you think about the affordable 1-bedroom?
We could save a lot of money very quickly towards buying a home.
So you'd be able to get into a new house faster.
Yes.
Right, but at the same time, it was also very dated.
How did you like the about-to-be renovated 2-bedroom?
It's a big space. That's attractive. We'd consider it if it was something that could be renovated and we could ensure that it is
to your standards.
To our standard, yeah.
It needs to be freshened up a little bit.
And what do you think about the fully renovated 2-bedroom?
That one was really nice.
And it's really close to the commuter train, so that's definitely attractive.
It had a bit of a view of the lake.
But
it had a better view.
A better view of the garbage and the alleyway.
It would be better to be on the other side of the building or higher up.
So what's it gonna be?
My guess is they'll choose between rental number 2 and 3. To save for their new home, will Brooke and Colin choose a spacious apartment that needs work, or the pricier one that's already renovated?
Dun, dun, dun.
I think we're kind of leaning towards the one that hasn't been renovated, the big 2-bedroom. But we're a little skeptical because we don't know for sure what kind of renovations they would guarantee us.
You could always ask the landlord to show you an already renovated unit. Mm-hmm. Would that put your mind at ease?
Definitely.
I think so, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Who's making the call? Oh, Brooke's the negotiator?
She's much better at it than I am. I'm a bit of a wimp.
All right, girl. Well, get on that horn.
When Brooke talked to the landlord, she went through all the renovations they wanted.
Well, for us, it's most important the bathroom get a complete overhaul.
Turns out the landlord had an identical list, and he agreed to show them another apartment where the work had already been done.
Oh, and it's identical. Okay, we'll talk soon. Bye. So they were planning to renovate the bathroom anyways.
Perfect.
So
when you go and look at the suite, write down what you see as far as renovations are concerned and have the superintendent sign off on it so that there's no surprises.
Yeah.
Colin and Brooke met with the landlord the next day. He showed them a renovated apartment and they loved the improvements. They signed the lease on the spot.
We're below budget, so that's really nice.
And it's such a rare opportunity to get into a place just as it's being renovated.
Double the space at least, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When it came time to move, Colin and Brooke bravely decided to spare the expense of professional movers and chose not to enlist help from friends.
We figured we're young enough and able enough and just do it ourselves.
Feeling strong, they've packed up all their belongings and moved from the big city to the suburbs all on their own.
It was fun in some ways because we make a great team.
When moving longer distances, go with a larger truck to ensure that you only need to make one trip. The vehicle rental might cost more, but you'll save the time and stress of carting multiple loads.
It was a pretty big move.
Bigger than we thought it would be.
Before moving into a high-rise, contact the superintendent to book the service elevator and borrow trolleys and carts to help the move run smoothly.
We had people steal our elevator a couple of times, too. Made the day even longer.
It started early and ended late.
My muscles are seizing as we speak.
The landlord addressed all of the renovations on Brooke and Colin's list. On move-in day, they were greeted with sparkling refinished floors, updated kitchen countertops, and brand new appliances. Now it's my turn to deliver on my promise to transform Colin and Brooke's run-of-the-mill living dining room into a stylish and functional space. On a budget of $1,000, less than 1 month's rent, we are painting, reupholstering, and styling the space into a magazine-worthy room to relax and entertain in. I just hope it's what Brooke and Colin have in mind after relocating to their suburban rental.
Oh, my.
Come see your new space.
Oh, my.
It looks amazing. Gorgeous, like completely different.
Speechless. Those are my pictures.
That's so cool.
The wall gallery obviously was inspired by your photography, Colin.
I didn't
Clearly.
think it was that good.
Looks great on the gray and it just has so much punch.
I tried to go for a very warm gray. Modern, but comfortable.
I love the coffee table.
The coffee table
is amazing.
It's sort of rustic and it's really cool. For me, that has that element of home.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
Yeah,
It's got that sort of country kind of feel.
The carpet is made up of carpet tiles. You can pull them apart and change the configuration.
So these all come apart?
You can see where the lines are, they separate.
That's
so it could
so
end up in
neat.
a rec room in the future, it could end up in a kid's room, whatever.
The curtains and the blinds behind it.
We went with a natural fiber roller blind and then curtains that bring in the gray and the brown that were already in the space.
The blinds are sheer and the drapes are soft, so it's beautiful. We still have that brightness and still have some privacy.
Look at the dining room table.
I know.
Look at that.
We can actually eat here and stuff and like, look at this. It's awesome.
Switching pendant fixtures for something modern is the easiest way to update a dining room.
They're very hip and it would be something I'd see in a designer store that would definitely catch my eye.
And Colin's mom gave them a beautiful dining suite.
I was able to easily recover the seat cushions in a color that ended up being my accent color for the rest of the room.
That's your mirror.
Yeah, so cool.
That's crazy.
I love how you've like sort of incorporated some of our stuff.
This is fantastic.
Jodi's done a really good job sort of incorporating a bit of each of us in the rooms. I'm really happy with it. Yeah. Our landlords did an incredible job with renovations here. Our kitchen is 100 times better.
The landlord replaced the countertop and sink, upgraded the appliances, and retiled the floor. The kitchen looks brand new. Colin and Brooke weren't willing to take this place without a major overhaul in the bathroom. The landlord re-enameled the tub, tiled the shower, and repaired damage to the walls. Now it's a clean, bright space. The master bedroom is big, but it was lacking character. It only took a can of paint to give it a little personality.
It's a nice, bright Tuscan yellow, and it's gorgeous. It's awesome. We have so much space, and actually, we don't even fill it up, which is pretty great.
For less than 1 month's rent, I was able to transform this space into a warm and inviting environment for their new life together.
I've lived like a student for a lot of years, and it's nice to actually have a real space that's really comfy and really is our own home. Even if it is a rental, if we're here for 5 years, it's still our home. So
Absolutely.
I think it's definitely worth the investment. You did an amazing job.
It's been a bit of an epic adventure for us. So to see it all sort of come down to this, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your space.
Thank you.
Colin and Brooke's ultimate goal is to be able to buy a house. But in the meantime, I think they're going to be really comfortable here.
I was moving into one of my university apartments, and we actually got the bed frames, etc., stuck in the stairwell so that we had to take the wall, part of the wall apart. It took us about 4 hours. A crowbar, yeah. We used a crowbar. Finally got it dislodged. That was not fun. Pretty grumpy by the end of that day.
I'm looking for a condo in a new building. Well, the room is very tiny. It was also kind of ugly. You know, it's a little small.
The kitchen's got loads of potential.
I hate the carpet.
Do you think this is the one?
I don't know.
Finding a stylish rental on a limited budget isn't easy. Finding it in a high-demand neighborhood is next to impossible, as recent law school graduate Amanda is finding out. She's been sharing a beautifully designed home with her best friend, Nikki.
Well, Nikki and I have lived together for the last year.
I kind of bit off more than I could chew in buying this place. And she went, I'll live with you. And I said, perfect, okay.
I love this space. She's just done a fabulous job with it. This is my room through this way. It's fairly simple, classic. I like things very tidy and organized. This place is pretty fantastic, really. I love everything about it.
But Amanda is now ready to move out into her first place on her own.
Well, I just finished articling at a law firm a couple months ago, and I'm starting to work as an associate in the next couple months, and I'd really like to have my own place.
Problem is, she's grown accustomed to living in style and can't find the stylish apartment she's looking for on her budget.
My standards are pretty high. I have been spoiled. Nikki's place is just amazing, so it will be hard to find something as fantastic as this.
I'm going to help her find an affordable rental that has that sense of luxury she's used to, even if it means making a few compromises along the way.
This is Nikki.
Hi, nice to meet you, Jodi.
That's a great, great place.
It's definitely a hard place to leave.
What kind of a place are you looking for?
I'm looking for a condo, you know, in a new building.
Someplace with cute guys.
Yeah. 1 bedroom, something downtown. It's really important for me to be able to walk to work. Being on the waterfront would be great. Someplace, you know, with good amenities. I have a gym membership now, so I mean, if I found a condo with a gym, I could give up that monthly expense. I'd like something with a balcony. I have a lot of clothing, so closet space is pretty important to me.
How much do you want to spend on your new place?
I've kind of set my budget between $1,200 to $1,500. It really just depends on the place. If I'm paying $1,500, I'd like that to include my utilities.
Okay, and you know that sometimes a landlord will require a security deposit?
I thought it was you'd either pay the last month's rent or a security deposit.
Sometimes you pay both. Can you tell me how your search has been going so far?
Looking for a condo that's downtown. The rent is pretty high, and most of the places I'm finding are incredibly small.
1-bedroom apartments that are brand new are tiny. Like, they just don't build them large. So you may find that that's a compromise you have to make to go into an older building that's renovated in order to get the size.
You know, maybe a newer building that's not 500 square feet, but 550 or 600 or something.
I better get myself to work. Amanda's wish list is not so realistic, mostly because she wants something that's large and that's new. I think that the main thing that she'll have to compromise on is the age of the building.
I'm starting my job within the next month, so I do need to find a place pretty quickly.
When renting a condo, keep in mind that rents tend to run a little higher, since landlords need to cover condo fees. As a general rule, the more amenities, the higher the rent. The first place I'm taking Amanda is a one-bedroom on the waterfront. It's just a 15-minute walk to Amanda's office.
So we are at a brand new condo. It doesn't get newer than this. So new that the dust hasn't even settled yet. I like the fact that it's a walk to work for you. It's still by the waterfront. Word on the street is that the amenities in this building are gonna be awesome. But they're not done yet, and they won't be ready for another 2 or 3 months or so.
It's not really a big deal right now, just because I do most of my working out outside running, so by the time the amenities are ready would probably be when I'd need them anyway.
Okay, well, let's go check it out.
Fantastic, I'm excited to see it.
So the location seems right, and Amanda will love the state-of-the-art gym. But let's see what she thinks of the square footage.
Oh, it's nice and bright.
So the washroom's here.
Right.
It's good, nice.
Decent size.
Very new.
Yeah. Oh, God, it's so brand spanking new, huh?
I showed this place to Amanda to figure out whether brand spanking new was really what she's after.
You know, it's a little small. Like you were saying before, these newer buildings, they're so much more compact. So this one does feel a little bit boxed in.
It feels very generic. It feels very cookie cutter.
It's nice because it's modern, but also it doesn't have as much character. It's nice that it has laminate floors. I prefer that than carpet. I like the windows, it's great, except for the view in this place isn't that spectacular. While we're down at the harbor front, I have a view of the highway from here.
And will they cover window coverings and things like that in the cost?
Not very often.
Not very often, yeah.
So it's something as a tenant you're responsible for?
Yeah, usually.
Wow. So
Blinds are expensive.
So that's another benefit to going with a building that's a little bit older, because usually the window coverings are already there,
Right.
and you know they've done the sort of things that make a place more comfortable.
Yeah.
So the view here isn't quite a selling feature, but it does have a good-sized balcony, so that's another check mark on the wish list.
Well, let's see the rest of it. Oh, wait. This is it.
But is that the bedroom out of the kitchen? Well, it's definitely new.
Yeah,
Fresh
and definitely
paint,
small.
new carpet, but it's very small. It feels a little bit like a box, eh?
Holy, it's like going to bed in a coffin.
Yeah.
This is the typical size of a bedroom in a brand new place.
I feel like it'd be hard to live in that tiny little space all the time. This place is new and modern, and I know that was on my wish list, but Jodi's kind of changed my perspective in that a lot of the older places are a lot bigger. And I think for me, the space might be more important than the newness of the building.
Now it does have a closet.
Oh, really?
But a small one.
It's tiny. Yeah, closet space is hard to find in these new places. So I don't know, it's tough. This place obviously is new, but I think it lacks a bit of character.
Well, check out the kitchen though, because the kitchen's got loads of potential. So I know this kitchen isn't absolutely perfect the way it is, but it is really big.
This kitchen might be new, but it has zero personality. It might take some sweet talking to get the landlord to agree, but painting the cabinets and changing the hardware are inexpensive solutions for renters in a cookie-cutter kitchen. I'd paint the lower cabinets a darker color than the uppers to help the black appliances blend in and give the room an airy quality. Remind your landlord that a fresh coat of paint will help distinguish this kitchen from all the rest when it goes back on the rental market.
So how much does this unit cost? What's the rent?
It's on at $1,300, which is well under budget.
That's true.
And it already has a parking space, so you could rent that out for like about $150 a month.
So with Amanda not having a car, leasing out the space would bring her rent down to $1,150 a month. Question is, will Amanda give up square footage for lower rent?
Price is important because I went to law school for 3 years. I'm trying to pay down my debt. So, I mean, I have a price range for a condo, but ideally I'd like to pay the lower end, which was this place.
Amanda's search for her dream rental has led us a bit further outside the downtown core to a roomier one-bedroom condo in a slightly older high-rise. It's still right by the water, but about a 30-minute walk to Amanda's work.
We're a little far away from your office, Amanda.
I guess it's kind of pros and cons.
The building is slightly older than the new ones that you've been looking at. So it means that the space in the actual suites are fairly decent, fairly good size. This particular building, they've done some renovations to the amenities, so I thought it would be a good one to show you. The lobby's beautiful, the gym is beautiful. Anyway, let's check it out and see if you like it.
Come on in.
Oh, this place is great.
Oh, it is great, actually.
It's really big. You're right.
It is, so slightly older building, bigger space. I showed Amanda this apartment to prove to her that there is such thing as a stylish building that's not brand spanking new. And this one happens to be extra wonderful because it's a corner unit and therefore it has a wraparound balcony.
That's fabulous. I really love the high ceilings. They're fantastic. It makes the place look a lot bigger, I'm sure. Same with the windows. It's really open, which is what I like a lot about Nikki's place. And fabulous new appliances.
Really great appliances, but you don't cook, so.
But I want to.
This is a tough space, though, to configure furniture.
The problem with that place was that the furniture was just obviously too big for the space. So if I was there, I would have smaller furniture. It's a great space. It just needs a bit of a makeover.
It needs a girl's touch.
Okay, so there's a catch. The bedroom's pretty tight. Check this out.
These are beautiful doors, although the room is very tiny. I liked the bedroom, but it really was just too small. There's no place to put a dresser. And did you see this closet? It looks a little too small for my stuff right now. The closet was tiny. It was also kind of ugly. Am I missing something? Is there any other storage anywhere?
There's a surprise walk-in somewhere? No.
Oh, darn it.
No.
What would you do to make this place look a little better?
Well, I'd bring in a bed with deep drawers built right underneath so you won't even need a dresser. As a renter, you need to make use of all the available space. We'd invest in a headboard with storage and anchor rows of shelving all the way up to the ceiling to take advantage of its height. In a tiny condo bedroom, it's all about clever storage solutions.
I think Jodi had some great ideas for that bedroom. And what's the rent here?
It's $1,500 a month.
$1,500 for rent is probably the top of my limit right now. I mean, I think this place is really great. It does have a lot of the things I'm looking for. It's definitely a weighing of the pros and cons.
I'm not sure if Amanda is willing at this point to compromise on the location, being this far away from work, and having a space that doesn't have the storage space she's looking for.
Still on our hunt for a condo that has the space and location that Amanda's looking for, I'm taking her to see a 1-bedroom plus den in a 3-year-old building that still feels brand new. This one just came on the market, so I wanted to get us in fast. Nikki's unavailable, but I advised Amanda not to wait and stall because a great rental like this will get snatched up quickly. So she's decided to go solo to see condo number 3.
I think this building is fantastic for you. The location is absolutely perfect.
I know, it's awesome, right on the waterfront. And I can see my office, which is very close for walking.
And it's huge. It's 3 huge towers that share one section of amenities. So it means the amenities are out of this world.
That's great.
Let's check it out.
Amanda can cancel her gym membership. This place has a great pool and weight room.
So come on in. So there's a 2-piece bathroom there.
Oh, that's fantastic. So there's 1.5 bathrooms?
That's right.
Oh, that's good. I love the fact that there was 1.5 bathrooms. That is the first apartment at that size that I've seen that with.
So what do you think of this kitchen?
I like it. It has a good layout. It's a little bit dirty right now, but I mean, I like the bar. It's great. I really wanted that.
The very best thing you can do is to ask the landlord to do a professional cleaning job.
I mean, if that's something I could put in my lease, that it does get professionally cleaned, that's good to know.
So, and it also needs some paint. The girls who own the place said that they would be open to painting, which I think is fantastic. Yeah. So we might be able to ask them to go with a color that would work for you.
Oh, that'd be great.
What do you think of the living area?
It's a huge space, a lot bigger than some of the other places I've seen. The carpet looks really dingy. How old did you say this building was?
The building's 3 years old, and these carpets look like 7 or 8 years old. Like, they look like their life is finished.
I hate the carpet.
I think you could even ask them to replace the carpets with other carpet, or for almost the same cost, laminate hardwood flooring for you.
I don't think I can live with the carpet as it is. It's a little bit too dirty for me, and I have terrible allergies. And then I have a dining room table. Do you think it would fit in this space?
The room was made to be a combination living dining room.
So I want to define both areas. We'll do that easily in the living space with a simple rug, and in the dining area by hanging a fabulous chandelier as a focal point. When funds are limited, especially in a rental, splurge on one major thing that you can take with you when you go. My strongest suggestion would be to ask the landlord to switch out the carpet for a light-colored laminate floor. That alone will completely transform this room.
Jodi had some great design ideas. I love the fact that we can make that big room into a living room and dining room and put in a chandelier.
I think that unless the landlord does something about the carpet in this place, there's no way Amanda will take it. Let's check out the bedroom.
All right. Oh, it's a tiny bedroom. I thought I'd maybe get a big bedroom somewhere, but I don't think it's possible in a new condo.
It does have access to a 4-piece bathroom.
Oh, that's good. That's nice. And I see the closet. It's really tiny, too.
This place has a den, which you don't really need an office space, so I was thinking you could slap a wardrobe in there.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. You could definitely put some kind of wardrobe in here and use it as a walk-in closet. Wow, and it looks like I've got a great view from here.
There is a beautiful view, and it's a fairly decent-sized balcony.
The balcony was fantastic. It was big, way bigger than a lot of balconies I've seen. And so what's the rent for this place?
The place is a little bit over your budget. It's $1,600 per month, but it has a parking space that is currently rented for $120 per month.
Okay.
But I've seen them in this building go as much as $170 per month.
And that would bring her rent down to $1,430 a month, well within budget.
So do you think this is the one?
I don't know. Not with this carpet.
I've shown Amanda 3 waterfront condos that all have their pros and cons. A brand new building with a tiny unit, an older building with high ceilings, and a newer building with a great layout but unwanted carpet. I think a little chat is in order to weigh the good against the bad.
Okay, so we've seen quite a few places. Which one do you think is the right one for you?
I don't know, it's kind of a hard choice right now.
What about the brand spanking new one?
I liked that. You know, that one was pretty good, but it was very cookie cutter. The older condo that we looked at with the really nice balcony, I liked that place a lot, but the location just wasn't ideal for me. It was too far away from work. There was no storage, and the bedroom was so small. The third one, I liked the open concept of that place. I loved the location.
Yeah.
But the carpet would have to be removed.
We have 3 condos on the table with obvious pros and cons. Location usually tips the scale though, so I'm betting Amanda's leaning towards rental number 1 or number 3.
I think that the third one actually probably is my preference, but I really don't like the carpet.
If you could get that place with either new carpet or laminate hardwood, is that the one?
I think so, yeah. I really, really liked that place a lot.
Okay, I think that to satisfy curiosity, you need to call that landlord and see if you can negotiate that.
All right. Hi, this is Amanda. I just went and saw your condominium with
When you're
Jodi.
negotiating with a landlord, sell yourself. In Amanda's case, she's a young lawyer planning to stay in a rental for at least the next 2 to 3 years. Landlords want to keep responsible tenants with solid employment. Show them the pros of getting you in their place, and they might take care of some of the cons of their rental, like switching up old carpet for new laminate.
She's debating. So she said that she's going to check my references, and we are going to meet in a few days, but that she thought laminate sounded like a great idea. Not hardwood, but laminate sounded, she thought they were thinking about that anyway.
And so a couple days from now, you'll have your appointment, and we'll know.
Perfect. I'm so excited. I got the apartment, and I just think I'm going to love it there.
I think this is the best place for Amanda.
It's a great location. The laminate will make a huge difference once it's installed, and the landlord is okay with her renting out the parking spot, which will help Amanda stay within her original budget. Hoping to avoid extra stress, Amanda hired movers for about $300 for the day. But if you don't check your references, you might be in for a bigger hassle than you bargained for.
I hired some movers off the internet, and they were terrible. My younger, stronger brother ended up doing most of the move for me. I'll know for next time to get a really good reference on movers.
The landlord came through on her promise to switch out the dirty old carpet for laminate flooring, and even agreed to give the whole place a fresh coat of paint and a thorough clean. More than just a perk for Amanda, the flooring is now a selling feature for the condo's resale potential. If you help your landlord see the resale value of certain upgrades, you might be surprised at how eager they are to attend to them while you're renting. It never hurts to ask. Armed with the keys to Amanda's new condo and a $1,000 budget, I've promised to transform her living room into a multifunctional and gorgeous space that will rival her friend Nikki's stylish digs. When you're renting, you don't want to invest in property that you don't own, so keep your budget low and your design plans focused on items you can take with you. Fabric is a great place to start. I'm in the market for some lush fabrics that will help me transform some old pieces. Inexpensive dining chairs found at a secondhand store are getting a fresh coat of clean white paint. The old seat cushions are an easy fix. A square of stylish fabric and a staple gun are all you need. I turned a beautiful blue flannel into slipcovers for Amanda's old chairs, an inexpensive way to breathe new life into old furniture. One of my favorite tricks? Carpet tiles. They come in an array of colors and patterns and are perfect for renters because you can use as many or as few as you need to fit the room. With Amanda's love for high design and a tight budget to work with, I just hope my plans fit the bill.
Oh, wow. Oh, it looks great. It just looks so different.
The laminate flooring makes all the difference in this rental. Plus, it's a great investment for the landlord.
I love the chandelier.
It's beautiful.
Very modern.
It's probably one of my favorite things.
Chandeliers are great for renters because you put it in, you enjoy it while you're here, and as long as you keep the one that was here when you got here, you put it back up when you leave, and you take this with you anywhere you go.
I do really love the table.
We got it at a flea market. It's an old teak style.
I just think it's really clean and the lines are good, and what's old is new.
The rug is actually really neat because it's a whole bunch of different squares. You spill something on it,
Oh, I didn't
you
notice
take one
that.
up, you put another one down.
I think the carpet is fantastic just because you can take it apart, you can change the shape. I really like these cushions too, they're great. Really, really nice material.
We reused your clothing dresser as a TV stand, and the way to make it all come together was to have the same color shelf above it.
Oh, there's a picture of me and you out there.
Oh, cute.
I think Jodi did a fabulous job. I really like it. There's so many things about it that I probably wouldn't have been able to do on my own.
The kitchen looks 1,000 times better without the clutter, with a good cleaning.
It's just so much cleaner. It's amazing what a little bit of, elbow grease can do.
Amanda's bedroom has really reached its potential. With furniture placed in the right way, it's fabulous.
I really actually love the bedroom. I love that they painted the back wall a darker shade.
The solarium works fabulously as a walk-in closet. I'm glad Amanda took my advice.
I didn't have much closet space in there. I think that's really solved the problem.
This is a real lesson in looking past other people's stuff. This place was a dog's breakfast when I showed it to Amanda, and look at it now.
This whole makeover came in under $1,000, well below 1 month's rent.
I think designing a space like this is definitely a good investment. Initially, it probably seems like a little bit more money than you're willing to spend, but I think that it just makes you love your home that much more. I'm very excited to start this stage of my life, a new job, a new condo that I love, and it's very exciting. The movers that I hired, I don't know if they'd ever moved anything in their lives before. It was horrific. The one guy would pick up the bed and have to stop after 10 seconds because he was huffing and puffing so bad.
The worst move I ever did, we moved a block. You try not to justify a moving truck, so we try to move things manually. Picture 4 people with mattresses on their backs.
We're an Italian family. I'm the first child to move out without getting married. I'm moving in with 2 of my male friends. I would like something bigger. It needs a lot of work.
I see so many possibilities.
This is what I'm talking about.
It's over budget.
I don't know.
Where do you begin to search for a rental when you're leaving the comforts of your parents' home for the very first time? How much should you budget for rent? What part of the city would you like to call home? And what are you going to do about furniture? Rental rookie and Lena is asking herself all of those questions.
I'm living at home with my parents and my 2 little sisters. We're an Italian family. My sister, my sidekick here, she is probably my best friend. So this right here is the heart of the house for us because we love to cook and we're Italian. Of course, we love to eat too. This room is my bedroom. I love this room. This is about how much privacy I have in this house, a 23-year-old woman. I just kind of feel like it's getting to the point where I'm kind of like Alice in Wonderland, where you're outgrowing the house.
Not only is this 23-year-old still living at home with her parents and siblings, but she also works with them in their family-run Italian restaurant.
We have our home, and then we have like a second home, which is a restaurant.
And Lena needs an apartment on her own.
It's gonna be interesting for our family because I'm the first female to move out without getting married.
One lascia la casa, la porta chiude. When you leave the house, the door closes. It's only one way.
That's reassuring.
No, I'm just stating what my mother said.
And Lena's ready for a little less family time and needs me to help her find a cool rental in a fun neighborhood on her first-timer's budget.
This is my sister, Marjo.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Your sister's flying the coop.
Yeah, she's doing it.
How are you feeling about it?
A little bit scared, but I'm excited.
So you haven't found anything yet. How's that search going?
It's not going very well. I don't know what I'm doing.
So what type of space do you think you're looking for?
Well, I need 3 bedrooms. I'm gonna have 2 roommates.
That is an excellent way of getting into a nice big place like you're used to, but being able to afford it on a budget, right?
Yeah.
Who are you moving in with?
2 of my male friends.
Oh.
Yeah, that I work with.
And how do your Italian parents feel about that?
They're cool about it. They know them. They're good boys.
Are you doing the whole search?
The boys are pretty open to whatever I want. We have the same kind of taste.
What would you say your wish list is?
Close to public transit, laundry on site, a vibrant street with lots of stores and restaurants.
2 bathrooms. A ladies and a gentleman's.
A ladies and a gentleman's, yes.
Very nice.
And definitely no carpet.
Okay.
Hardwood floors all the way.
You want it all.
I want it all. Why not?
So what are you guys looking to spend then?
We talked about it and we decided we were willing to spend up to $2,100 per month.
You get way more for your money when you're in a group, right? Like $600 would get you nowhere.
But I'm on the right track.
It's gonna be really hard for me to replicate the type of space that she's used to, but downtown and on a first-timer's budget. For first-time renters, the most important thing to do is pin down a few neighborhoods that would work for you. Research areas and their transit routes before starting your search. I want to show Annalena a range of rentals at varying price points to introduce her to the market. First up, I'm taking her to see a place on the 2nd floor of a house that's been converted into 3 units. We're a 15-minute car ride from the familiar area where her parents live, but only 10 minutes by public transit to the family restaurant downtown. This is the 2nd story of a semi-detached house where steps to public transportation and loads of really cool restaurants and bars.
Well, that's good. So far it's cute from the outside.
So let's go see if it works for you.
All right, let's do this.
Come on in.
Cute. The first room we went into was immediately the dining room. It has like a nice homey feel to it, very cozy.
What do you think of the hardwood floor?
I love the hardwood. Very happy with that. Oh, the kitchen's nice. Oh, it's so cute. It's clean. The kitchen is definitely important to us, especially coming from a restaurant family. Make a nice pasta there.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see the fridge. It's kind of weird
It's
where
kind
it's
of
placed.
awkward, yeah. It seems as though the landlord has bought a fridge that's possibly too big for the space.
You just walk in, you're like, whoa, fridge. Nice fridge, big fridge. We have a big fridge.
So come check out the bathroom. Now, I know you wanted to have 2 bathrooms. This place only has 1, but it's huge. And it's absolutely beautifully renovated.
It's really nice. There's only 1 though.
Annalena was hoping to find a place with 2 bathrooms, but the bathroom in this place was so great that I was hoping she could overlook that. Okay, so here's the bedroom.
It's too small. It's too small. It's too small. I would like something bigger.
Yeah, honey, I don't think this would be your room. I think this would be one of the boys' rooms. What do you think?
Sure. Yeah, totally.
Let me show you the room that I think is for you.
Oh, this one's nice. This one's nice. 2 closets. Closets are like a girl's best friend.
I know, I wish I had that in my room now. It's got 2 big closets in it, which is every girl's dream and uncommon in a rental.
The other one looks a little bit like a kid's room. This one feels like
This one's nice.
a young lady's room. If I go with this place, that's definitely gonna be mine. Definitely. So let's go see lucky number 3.
What are you thinking? I can see you got it's a little small.
It's narrow. Not a big fan. Sorry. See, this doesn't really feel to me like a bedroom. It feels like a rec room or something like that somebody's made into a bedroom. Right, aren't I?
Well, you're pretty close.
Yeah.
This was the living room, and it was combined with the dining room, which is right here. It happens all the time that landlords try to create as many bedrooms as they possibly can out of a space because it rents for more.
There's no living room. There's no place where I can sit and watch a movie.
Yeah, in this place, you'd have to use the dining room as a living room. So I've got a couple of ideas of how that could work.
Renters should always try to visualize a room's potential to function for your needs. Here, we'd trade the dining room table for a comfy couch to create a living space for all the roommates to hang out and watch TV. Young renters often want the option of eating in their TV room, so a great idea is an inexpensive, easy-to-install floating shelf with stools that tuck right under. The room instantly has dual function and extra seating.
If Jodi could make that work, she would really be a miracle worker.
So this place is $19.90 per month, and that includes utilities. It includes laundry. There's laundry in the basement. The rooms in this place are not huge, but it's got a lot of potential. It's nice and clean. If it was a 2-bedroom, it would be perfect, but
It's pushing it, you know? It's pushing it for 3 bedrooms.
You gotta compromise.
For an easy transition from a family home to a rental, units in converted houses are your best bet to get that homey feel. Look online and in newspapers, but try contacting real estate agents who often have listings of houses for lease. I'm taking Anlena to see an entire detached house. It's right downtown, close to the family restaurant, on a residential side street that's just steps from a vibrant strip of retail stores, bars, and cafes. Ladies, we are just around the corner from your parents' restaurant. This is a cute little street. We are steps to public transit and steps to a neighborhood that's got loads of amenities. This is a detached house.
It looks really cute from the outside.
Well, let's see it inside. So come on in, ladies. What do you think?
Oh, it's so nice.
Oh, this is what I'm talking about.
Lots of room.
Oh, there's a fireplace. I love when you walk in how it's all open concept.
It's really pretty.
And the staircase, it curls. I love that. It's so suburbia.
It's got hardwood floors throughout.
Floor's really nice.
I know you want 2 bathrooms, so there is a 2-piece over here, and it leads right on through to a laundry room.
Very cute.
And fabulous kitchen.
The kitchen's massive.
Kitchen's totally brand new.
And is this a new fridge?
Brand new fridge.
There's so much cupboard space too.
Do you want to see upstairs?
Of course.
Come on. So this is one of 2 equal mirror image bedrooms.
All the rooms are a decent size. Oh, this is a nice bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
I love that there's 2 bathrooms in this one.
Yeah, that's convenient.
And there's 2 sinks.
It's really rare to get a his and her sink in a rental.
So the boys will have their sink and I'll have my sink. Oh my God.
I know.
This is huge.
It's like a dance studio.
The master bedroom is unbelievable. It's huge.
A master bedroom this big usually goes to the roommate who's willing to pay a bit more rent. Always discuss the arrangement before signing a lease.
This place is amazing, but I'm just kind of worried about the downstairs kind of not reflecting like who we are.
This place doesn't necessarily look like a hangout for 3 young hipsters, and I think that's making it hard for Anlena to see herself living here. So from what I'm hearing, you like the size, shape, feel of the house other than the decor.
Yeah.
The landlord here is not interested in having any of the walls painted in this place. We're not allowed to change out any light fixtures. Here's some ways that we can add some hip, young, urban life to this place.
When you can't paint a rental's walls or change out the fixtures, renters can always add personality with fabric and accessories. Graphic fabric can be used from floor to ceiling to create show-stopping curtains and interest on the walls. An easy project for any rental wall is to stretch a favorite print over canvas to inexpensively jazz up walls instead of painting. Used furniture from secondhand stores can also be painted in fresh colors for a funky feel.
I think Jodi can do amazing work in that living room.
This is a gorgeous place. It is $2,000 plus utilities. So you guys wanted to spend $2,100. It's over budget by a couple of $100 probably once you get all the utilities accounted for.
The utilities aren't included. So I'm just kind of nervous about how high the bills can get.
This place is slightly over Anlena's budget, but it's really big.
It has everything that we really want. So it's basically about price. Are we willing to go over for everything we want, or do we keep on looking?
When time's on your side, it's always a good idea to see as many places as you can without stalling too much on one that you like. With price being a factor, I want to show Anlina one more rental that falls comfortably within her budget. We're going just a few streets over to another pocket of the same downtown neighborhood to see a rental in a semi-detached house. Semis are a great way to get that feeling of home, but they mean sharing walls with neighbors, so it's a good idea to pay attention to noise levels when you're walking through the rental.
This is a great neighborhood. You know that you've got trendy restaurants and the transit is at your doorstep. This is a great house. It's a semi-detached house and you'd have the whole place to yourself.
Wow.
It's great. It's nice and big, yeah.
Let's have a look at it. Come on in.
Wow, coat hangers.
Lots of them for all your friends.
Lots of coat hangers.
There's like 30 hooks.
Oh my God, it's huge.
Yeah, it's nice and big.
I like the living room and dining room. There's so much space.
Nice floors.
Yeah.
The floors look new.
Kitchen's just this way.
Oh wow, it's big.
Good.
Oh, it's really big. I could cook in here.
The kitchen is definitely workable.
The kitchen also has access to the backyard through a little mudroom. I see so many possibilities.
Living with roommates means privacy is sacred, so I'd create a relaxing sitting room as a little escape. Painting the brick a classic gray would freshen it up, and beautiful pre-assembled bamboo slats can be cut to size and glued to the wall with an industrial adhesive. In a small area, inexpensive laminate flooring that snaps together easily wouldn't cost much, but would pay off big.
I love Jodi, and if she could make that back room as exquisite as she makes it sound, then right on.
Anlina can't see the potential here, but I know it can be turned into a great getaway space for her.
This room's nice. It feels spacious.
No closets, though.
No closets.
In any bedroom where there's no closet, it's an easy thing to add a wardrobe or a set of dresser drawers. Could you live in this room, or would you have to give it to one of the boys?
I'll give it to one of the boys.
Here's the blue bathroom.
Whoa, it's really blue.
It's blue, small, it's blue. Did I say it was blue?
So remember that a lot can be done with paint. A new shower curtain, some paint, some nice bath accessories would make all the difference. The great thing about this place is that there is a bathroom in the basement.
Plus, there's a laundry room down there too.
Don't really like the wood.
This paneling looks fantastic if you paint it out. The grooves in it make it look like wainscoting. What we would have to do, of course, because it's a rental, is ask the landlord if that's okay.
Oh, this is what I'm liking.
Finally, a room big enough.
Oh, wow. It's pretty big. Hey, it's a walk-in. I like that.
I thought that walk-in closet would win her over. The bedroom here would really work for her. It's got loads of space.
This bedroom I like.
What I like about this place for you is that it's got the 3 decent-sized bedrooms. There's laundry in the basement. There's 2 bathrooms, and we have absolutely not a stitch of carpeting. This place has everything they're looking for. And I came in way under budget. It's only $1,600 per month.
$1,600 per month.
That's $500 less than their maximum budget, which means a savings of $6,000 over a year.
It is definitely the most affordable place I've seen so far.
It's way under budget, but it needs a lot of work.
Don't underestimate the power of paint. You could throw one mean paint and pizza party at this place and have it transformed. So what's it gonna be?
I don't know. I don't know.
Smaller rooms in a decently priced second-story unit, a large suburban-inspired detached house slightly over budget, or a comfortably sized fixer-upper semi well under budget. Which rental will Anlina choose for herself and the roommates?
So ladies, we've seen some great properties. What did you think about the second-story semi?
That one was cute. It had a really nice feel to it, very cozy. But it was too small. There's no living space.
What do you think about the detached house?
It's beautiful. That house is beautiful, but it's a little bit pricey.
It's pushing the budget for you guys.
And how do you feel about the semi-detached house that needed a little bit of TLC?
Huge. It was big, but it needs a lot of work. I don't know, for that price,
it might be worth it.
Yeah.
So which one do you think it's gonna be?
And Lena has a tough choice to make between rental number 2 and number 3. Will she take the move-in ready house at a higher cost or the money-saving fixer-upper semi?
I think it's gonna be the 2-story with the his and her sinks. It's over budget, but it's not crazy. For 3 people, I feel good in that one. I like that one, that's it. Done.
I'm sure that you could negotiate utilities included in the rent. That's a concern that you could broach on the first phone call with the landlord. Just see if he's open to it.
Hi, this is Lena. Yeah, I was by your rental apartment today with Jodi.
When you're worried about the uncertain cost of utilities in a rental, talk to the landlord first and see if you can negotiate a fixed price to include in your monthly rent.
How about utilities included?
That would take the pressure off and allow you to budget accurately every month. Just make sure that all the roommates agree to the amount before signing your lease.
Okay, I look forward to seeing you. Bye-bye.
So how'd it go?
He said one thing to me that kind of scared me. When I mentioned that it was me and my roommates, he said that he's looking ideally to rent it to a family.
You'll win him over when you meet him. Make sure you present yourself very clean cut when you go to meet the landlord. Let me know if you get it.
I will do.
When Anlena met with the landlord, he took her application but explained that he'd really rather have a family take the home. He kept her waiting for a long time.
Kept on negotiating with him and we got it.
Anlena was able to negotiate a price that's fully inclusive.
It's $2,300 a month.
I think it's gonna be the perfect house for them.
Finally ready to leave the nest, Anlena rounded up help from her friends. And like most first-time renters who don't have a lot of stuff, a small van rental for $150 is all she needed.
I don't have anything. Right now, like, I just have my bed, you know, and that's all I really need, my bed and my lamps.
First-timers should always check with family and friends about hand-me-down furniture that they might have lying around. It's a great way to help you get started in your new place. My gift to Anlena is a fabulous living dining room makeover. The challenge is taking the bones of a suburban-inspired house and using the right colors and accents to turn it into a cool space for young adults to hang out in. And I'm gonna do it all on a $1,000 budget, well under 1 month's rent. Since the walls are off limits by the landlord, we're taking some paint to used furniture pieces. Paint and fabric will transform an old dining room set, giving it a fresh, hip look. And the rest is all in the accessories. You can always find stylish steals at big chain stores to keep the budget down. I'm hoping this space will be the perfect transition for Anlena after leaving the nest for good.
So come on in. Oh, wow. Good job, Jodi. Oh, I like it. Yeah, I do. Oh, that's great.
So this whole idea started with the draperies.
Well, having the drapes go from the wall to the other wall makes it look like you have a huge window.
We wanted to get a huge punch of color so that you take away from the builder beige that's everywhere in here.
I think it totally accomplishes the goal of making the place feel a little bit younger.
Because I couldn't paint here, I relied very heavily on graphic, colorful fabrics.
I like the blue coffee table. I know it's a loud color, but it's kind of vibrant. It kind of makes it fun. And so I think that was the thing that this place needed. That's an interesting lamp, huh? I like the lamp.
Yeah, I like the couch. I think the couch is my favorite part.
I didn't think we'd get a huge couch like that in this space.
The dining room already had a chandelier that the landlord was attached to, so I was not allowed to change that. But what I did was brought in a table and chairs.
I like the table. The table's nice.
The major part of the funds for this makeover went towards buying secondhand furniture, and Lena had nothing. So everything's been painted and recovered.
That's nice. Very nice, actually.
Now we can fight around a nice table.
All right. I didn't have to do anything to the kitchen here. It was already fabulous. The main colors there were black, white, and gray, so I carried them through the rest of the space to keep it all cohesive.
Oh, I love the kitchen.
There's loads of cabinetry, loads of countertop space. And Lena ended up taking one of the smaller bedrooms, and her furniture from home filled it absolutely perfectly.
I like my room, it's cozy.
And the best part is, Anlena was able to save a little bit on rent by giving up the master bedroom to one of her roommates.
He's taking care of internet and cable. So it kind of helped me out too, because now it's one less bill to pay.
Does it feel like home?
Yeah, totally does.
Honestly, I love the space. It felt like home, like right away.
She had a beautiful house. What more does she want? Really? Like, what more does she want? It's perfect.
I came in just under budget. This makeover cost $965.
I'm happy. I'm so happy with the space. For the first time moving out, I'm doing it large. I'm so lucky. It's a horseshoe somewhere on me, I don't know.
It's been an absolute pleasure working with you guys and getting to know you both.
Oh, likewise.
I hope you'll call me Marjo when it's time for you to move out.
Who moves out for the first time and gets this? I don't know. Me.
Is there anything that you learned?
Don't settle. If you don't like a place, you don't like a place. And don't go for it. Because that's really what I think. I think if you're patient and you keep looking, you find it. That's the biggest advice I would give. You're renting, so get the best you can possibly get for that time, for that price.
We have to be out of here in about a month.
I'm not really finding something that's got the complete package.
It is a lot smaller than we're used to.
It's more of a downsize.
I think there's loads of things that we can do with this space.
Jason and I are not willing to compromise just to save a little bit.
Most people transition from renting to owning, but what happens when you do the reverse? When you're downsizing from a spacious 3-bedroom home, expectations can get really high. New parents, Alex and Jason, loved their roomy home in the suburbs when they bought it 2 years ago.
A couple had won the home in a lottery that lived out of town. They had no use for the furniture, and so part of our mortgage was that it included the furnishings. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to furnish a home. So this was really an ideal starter for us.
Jason and Alex are finding this big house is now more than they bargained for, especially with Alex on maternity leave, which means one less income. They recently sold the house when the market was high. Now, the plan is to regroup their finances to save some money, so they can get back into the market in a few years when it's ripe for the picking. They're looking to downsize, and they need me to help them find a family-friendly rental in the suburban neighborhood they love.
Hi, Jodi.
Hi, how are you? How has your search for a rental been going?
Alex has been looking a lot on the internet.
I'm not really finding something that's got the complete package.
Seems like there's something wrong about each place.
Okay.
Our ideal neighborhood would be very similar to the one we're living in now, where it's close to family.
Okay, so what would be on your wish list?
Parking for 2 cars.
No carpeting, updated kitchen, ensuite laundry.
A nice open concept living space.
What price point do you think that you'd be able to save some money and be able to still live in a place that's big enough for you?
Our budget's around $2,000 at the most.
So that's including utilities, parking.
And is that a significant savings from what you would be spending here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's a lot of extra costs associated with an actual house as opposed to a rental property.
And right away, you're saving on property tax and everything like that.
So if Jason and Alex save even $500 a month, over 3 years, that would grow to $18,000. Add that to the money they made on the sale of their house, and they'll have a considerable savings to put towards buying their next home.
We have to be out of here in about a month.
Well, I'm glad you called, because that's not a lot of time, and you're gonna need an expert's help. Alex and Jason are not focused. They haven't even gotten rid of a piece of furniture yet. I've got to get these two on board and get them moved in a month. When you're downsizing from a huge house to a smaller rental, only hold on to furniture pieces you need and sell the rest. I need to figure out how much space this young family is willing to give up. So I want to show Alex and Jason a variety of rentals of varying sizes. I'm starting with a 2-bedroom condo about a 10-minute drive from their current neighborhood. In the suburbs, it's easier to find condos with more square footage. So don't rule them out if you're a young family looking for a rental. So guys, I found an apartment in one of the neighborhoods that we talked about, and it's very well maintained. And it's also got really great amenities. There's a tennis court, there's a swimming pool.
That would be great for Aiden.
And there's also 2-car parking, so I think it's worth a look. Great. Come on in. I know that having a renovated kitchen was really top on your list. This one's brand new, it's never been used. Loads of cupboard space, brand new countertops.
The kitchen is great, has lots of storage, beautiful cabinets. It's a little bit more closed off than I would have liked it.
You're coming from an open concept kitchen. This is a galley style.
Exactly.
So it's a lot more closed off. It would take some getting used to.
A modern or updated kitchen was top on Alex and Jason's list. What they didn't mention is that they'd really like it to be open concept to the living dining area.
I like to be able to keep an eye on Aiden, and with the galley, you can't.
So the dining and living rooms are combined.
Great.
L-shaped, open concept.
It is a lot smaller than we're used to.
Our furniture for the living room, dining room would fit in that space nicely.
And how about the brand new hardwood floors?
Definitely a plus.
Nice walkout to a balcony.
The balcony is a little bit of a concern. When we're looking at different spaces for us to live in, we're not just thinking about from an adult perspective. So we really need to think about how it's going to function for an interested and curious little toddler.
It's just being up high like that is just a bit of a deterrent.
So this is the master bedroom.
It's a decent size.
Did we say whether this carpet was new or not?
The master bedroom is really great, but it's got carpet.
It's something that could be worked out. It just depends if overall, if we think the space will work for us.
Now you guys have a big, oversized, king-size bed with a great big frame.
We're going to go with the queen set that we have in our guest bedroom. It's great anyway because we can use the cuddle time.
So this would be the nursery.
He doesn't need much more space than this.
I definitely like the size. The only thing is the heater being exposed like that. Now, just one other thing.
I know that carpeting is a major concern of yours, and I totally understand that in a nursery.
That'd be something that would have to come out for sure.
Just because of the allergies and because he spends a lot of time on the floor.
This room would have to undergo a major transformation to be the perfect nursery, but I think it has a lot of potential.
We could safely box in the heating unit using a pre-made laminate shelf with a perforated masonite grill inserted on the top and front to let the heat pass through. All materials that can be inexpensively purchased at a hardware store. Some pre-assembled shelving units could be anchored above for lots of storage. And a toddler-friendly paint treatment can be easily achieved using painter's tape for a whimsical wide stripe in different colors.
I really like the idea that Jodi has about boxing off the heater and making a storage area. It makes the apartment more appealing.
The one thing that this place doesn't have is laundry. Laundry for this building is all in the basement.
I'm constantly doing laundry.
I do construction, so I don't keep very clean myself.
What if you had all this and had to deal with laundry issues for $16.90 per month?
That would help them tuck away an extra $310 every month.
It's a very good price, just...
Laundry's a bit of a kicker.
Alex and Jason liked the place, loved the price.
I like the fact that it has the amenities.
My biggest deterrent was just that there was such a separation between the kitchen and the rest of the space.
But I just don't know if they can see themselves dealing with that laundry issue. After showing Alex and Jason what a condo had to offer, I'm taking the next step up with a 2-bedroom unit that occupies one level of a townhouse. Townhouse rentals can be great for young families because of their community feel. Some operate like condos and have extra maintenance fees that landlords usually build into the monthly rent. There are no fees to the owner of a freehold townhouse though, so find out what kind you're dealing with before negotiating.
I have found a walk-up townhouse. There's a little playground over there for Aiden.
That'd be great.
It's got underground parking, and this neighborhood is very popular with other young families, so I think that could be really good for you.
Great.
Let's have a look inside. Come on in.
Well, it definitely has that open concept that we've been looking for, but I'm a little bit concerned about how condensed the front space is. It's more of a downsize as opposed to just one downsize. It's a nice upgraded kitchen, very modern. It's nice that it has the granite countertop.
And so what I was thinking for this space was that it could be Aiden's toy area. You're standing in front of the laundry room.
Oh, okay, great. That's also key.
And a cute little room for Aiden is right off the play area.
I think his crib would fit in there, and maybe his chair. That's it.
So this is the master.
It's not a bad size.
I was nervous showing Alex and Jason the master bedroom in this rental because it's so much smaller than what they're used to.
The bedroom size overall is not hugely important to me. Somewhere where you can feel comfortable and relaxed in is key.
So I was thinking maybe we could do away with the carpets.
One of the things would be to get rid of that and put in a laminate floor.
I think there's ways that we could make it really work for you.
We could save space in here by making use of every inch of the back wall. I'd give it a cozy but stylish boutique hotel feel by positioning the bed between 2 storage closets and applying decorative wallpaper behind the bed. Installing light sconces on either side will give some ambient reading light. This easy trick is a great way to get the look of a custom unit on a renter's budget.
There is no doubt that this place is a downsize for you.
Yeah.
But this place is only $1,500, so it's way under budget. If Alex and Jason want to save as much money as possible, this is the place for them.
Well, it feels more suited for a young couple than a starting family.
I think it's something to consider.
The question is, are they willing to downsize this much?
Still on my quest to answer the ongoing question about size allocation, we're headed 10 minutes down the road to another residential townhouse complex that's brand new. Size-wise, I'm upgrading. This time taking Alex and Jason to see a 3-bedroom, multi-level townhouse, which offers much more space spread across the upper 3 floors.
What I found for you is a multi-level townhouse right in the neighborhood you were looking for. It's got underground parking, and these places are brand new construction.
Perfect.
Let's see if it works for you.
Sure.
So come on in, we go straight up to the 2nd floor. So guys, there's the first of 3 bathrooms on this floor.
Did you say 1 of 3?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
I'm showing them a place that's 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, just like the house they've got now. There's some really great things about this place, like the fact that it's a corner unit means that there's windows all the way around.
I love all the windows.
Yeah, that's amazing.
One thing that I am noticing, though, is all the carpeting.
This place is wall-to-wall carpeting from top to bottom, but it is brand new. That would be something that you might have to compromise on if this is the place.
Right.
This is bigger than the average rental in this price range.
No one's lived in there, so it's not as big a deal.
So nice big kitchen, open concept to the living dining area.
With that curve over there by the wall, it's a bit of a tough space to use.
The space planning is going to be a little challenging.
Space planning will be a little challenging.
I think there's loads of things that we can do with this space to make it fabulous and functional for you.
In an awkward layout, you need to work with the curves of the space. An inexpensive round dining table would fit comfortably here, with an interesting light fixture making a statement above. Light fixtures and window coverings can have major impact in a rental, and you can take them with you when you move. We'd splurge a bit on stylish privacy blinds in this space since there's so many windows. Plus, they'll allow you to control the light coming through.
So guys, this is the 2nd of 3 bathrooms.
3 bathrooms is really great.
Yeah.
I like to get ready and have my space.
I was thinking this could be Aiden's room.
Oh yeah, it's perfect. Well, I definitely love the fact that the window is receded a little bit.
You could turn it into a window seat.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
So this room you could use as a guest room and office.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I think it'd be very beneficial to have a 3rd bedroom.
A guest space is always nice to have.
This is the master.
It's a smaller master, but definitely has potential.
It's definitely downsizing from what we have, but we're going to spend a lot more time in the living space of the house.
So this is the master ensuite. Double sink.
2 sinks.
Yeah, that's nice.
This is smaller than our ensuite, but our ensuite didn't have the 2 sinks.
I think the best feature of this place is upstairs. So this is the ensuite laundry, washer dryer. This is the rooftop terrace.
This space is great.
Why don't you picture this being like a little retreat for us?
I'm just happy we're going to put the barbecue somewhere.
Oh, that's so romantic. I mean, the construction is clearly not ideal because I can see it and hear it.
That's something that you could talk to the landlord and maybe even negotiate your rent down a little bit. This place is $18.50 per month. How does that feel?
It has a couple of downsides. You know, the construction going on right next door, a bit of an odd curve in the main living space.
It's got an extra bedroom and an extra bathroom.
But it's wall-to-wall carpeting. We'll see if Alex can get over that. The high-rise condo with great amenities, the small townhouse unit at a low price, or the spacious multi-level next to a construction site. Which rental will Alex and Jason make their new downsized home? It's time to make a choice.
So let's talk about the rentals that we've seen. Tell me what you thought about the one-level high-rise apartment.
Beautiful hardwood floors, nice open space, the kitchen is renovated.
The overall space I like. I think it was a very decent size.
Having a laundry in the basement, that's a tough one for me.
What do you think about the one-level townhouse?
It's a very nice space,
It is a nice open concept to an updated kitchen.
but it's more geared for a younger couple, not so much a family.
It's just too much of a downsize, and I don't think worth the savings.
And what do you think about the multi-level townhouse?
I love the fact that it's a 3-bedroom and has 3 washrooms.
There is the construction next door that we have to worry about because that's going to be going on for the next year.
And it's full of carpet.
So which one feels most like home?
Sounds to me like it's between rental number 1 and number 3. To save for their dream house, will they choose the less expensive condo or the slightly pricier multi-level townhouse?
I would say the multi-level townhome.
Yeah, I think it would have to be.
Yeah, definitely.
So who's the best negotiator? Who's gonna make the call to the landlord?
That would be my wife.
Let's practice your negotiation skills.
When calling a landlord, make sure you choose one person to be the negotiator and stick to that arrangement throughout the lease signing process. The rent at the townhouse is $18.50 a month. Alex might be able to negotiate a better deal, especially since they have an issue with the construction going on right next door.
Obviously, you can hear it on the terrace and then inside a little.
Renters may have bargaining power in a new complex where there are multiple rentals on the market.
And I guess we can firm things up then. Good talking to you. Okay, bye.
Way to go, girl.
Alex and Jason met with the landlord the next day and held strong on Alex's reduced rent request.
She was able to negotiate the landlord down $100. That makes their savings in this place even better.
We'll be able to comfortably live in this space for the next couple of years while we're saving money.
We're downsizing, but it doesn't feel like it.
It's a lot of work moving when you're downsizing.
Since Jason works in construction, he rounded up help from some strong coworkers and used their van to move their things, rather than pay for a truck rental.
Oh yeah, the orange chair. And what do we do with this massive pile of stuff that's on the chair?
Before you move stuff, you gotta kind of wrap things up.
It might have been an economical idea, but if you aren't organized and properly prepared, you're gonna be in for one long day. The less organized, the more trips back and forth, which will end up costing you in gas. When you're downsizing from a large house, consider selling extra furniture online or at consignment stores to help with the budget. Empty out drawers and cupboards and get rid of odds and ends well in advance. You don't want to struggle on the day of, as that will make for one long and stressful move.
The move was an absolute nightmare. I was moving until 10 o'clock at night.
With the move finally behind them, I'm bringing in my crew to help me transform Alex and Jason's new downsized living space. And I'm gonna do it all with a budget of just $1,000, less than 1 month's rent. With so much stuff and a bit of an awkward layout, my challenge is going to be making it comfortable and clutter-free. I've chosen a neutral gray for the walls, which will set the backdrop, while new lighting will set the mood. With some clever space planning and a few ideas I have for some custom-made art, this room is on its way. I just hope it'll satisfy their needs after moving from a large house with much more space.
So...
Wow! I love it! I love it!
I like the color.
The color's fantastic. Did they also paint white? It looks really vibrant now.
The builder had painted the bulkhead the same color as the walls.
Yeah.
Bring the ceiling up a bit, we painted out the bulkhead in white.
The first thing that I noticed was the beautiful contrast between the sharp white bulkheads and the beautiful gray tone.
I think the window treatments are fantastic. You've got the sheer and the opaque factor.
I knew it was really important to Alex and Jason to have beautiful natural light and to be able to control it a little bit.
They give you enough privacy with the sheer, and then obviously if you want it to be completely opaque, you can. Just great. Oh, I love this being in here.
Your microwave is in there and, you know, some of the bulkier stuff that didn't fit in this much amount of cabinetry.
I love it.
It's a neat way of repurposing a more formal piece of furniture for everyday use, which they need now in this space. And notice anything about the cabinets?
Yes, the ugly hardware is gone. And it's replaced with beautiful stainless steel.
For renters, changing out the hardware in the kitchen is the #1 tip. It's such a cheap and easy fix.
And really changes the space.
Come on, let's see the dining room.
This is a great space.
Yeah, there's still a lot of room to sit around the table and eat.
One of the reasons I chose this table instead of the solid wood rectangular one is because it's a fairly small space.
It is a little bit awkward having that curved wall because it does cut off some of the space. So having that curved table really works nicely.
The chandelier in the dining room was key to creating some interest in that room. However, the electrical box was in the wrong spot, so the easy fix for that is to just swag it over with a hook.
I think you made excellent choices.
And I went with a bit more of a modern look than the house that you had before.
Yeah, and still keeping some of the traditional elements, which is perfect. Honestly.
Too much traditional, and the other place wasn't. It kind of felt from times that it wasn't really our house because it wasn't our taste.
Did you feel old?
A little bit.
It was lucky that there was a beautiful room with a nice little picture window in here for Aiden.
I think it's something that'll do him good for a couple of years. The ledge in front of his window is a really nice part of that room.
The master bedroom here is about 1/3 the size of Alex and Jason's previous bedroom. They did scale down their furniture. They went from a king-size bed to a queen, and that really helped make everything fit. Having storage in the master ensuite was really important to Alex. This place with the double sinks gives her twice the amount of storage that she would normally have. And we added even more storage by putting shelves over top of each of the sinks. Alex and Jason had loads of furniture for me to pick and choose from. So I was able to pick the smallest, most functional pieces to bring into this new space. That meant that I had lots of budget left over to use for the beautiful windows.
I think in any living space that you're planning on enjoying, it's worth putting some money into it just because you have to be happy there.
Makes it feel a bit more like yours. Like when we sit down in here tonight, we're gonna think that this is our place, not that we're living in somebody else's rental.
Honestly, it was such a great pleasure having you work with us, and what a wonderful job that you did. Thank you so much, Jodi.
So when we move again, we'll call you.
Yeah.
Perfect. We helped them get into a beautiful rental that they can be proud of while they're saving up for their dream home.
The most nightmare rental ever was a 650, 700-foot basement apartment.
We made the sacrifice to save for our house, and it was a huge sacrifice.
Very small, very dark, very dismal.
And the kitchen was the size of a closet, probably?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a dungeon.